Hi there, you're watching About, and the Gapgate and the Bengate thing was going around for a week now. It's been almost 10 days and the Gapgate is very recent. People are talking about the Gapgate a lot. So I noticed a foolish trend in this Gapgate thing. I wanted to show you all, guys. I mean, if you are not my subscriber and you are watching this one, I just wanted to show you that how foolish it seems. It is something like a baby is crying for a toy that he itself broke it. Now, one thing to notice in the case of Gapgate is that it is not real. It is from the fanboys who just want to complain because somebody complained about the iPhone 6 Plus bending, and yes, it was bending. That is genuine. If you spend around 80,000 to 9,000 on some smartphone and that bends in your pocket, then that's a serious issue. But the thing here we are going to address is about the Gapgate and not the Bengate. So now I have three smartphones here. One is Lenovo A536, and then one is Lenovo A516, and the third one is Nokia Lumia 530. And we are going to insert papers in the corners of these devices, and then we'll see if the gaps are real. And we'll first start with the Nokia Lumia 530. These phones are known to be hard. In fact, they are still very hard phones. Now, as you see, and I'm pointing towards the camera here, there is a lot of gap between the screen and the body. So yes, it is visible by naked eyes. And in case of Samsung Galaxy Note 3 and Samsung Galaxy Note 4, they were not visible for naked eyes, if at all. That was a tiny difference, but here the difference is clearly visible. So yes, this has gaps, but will a card enter it? Now I am using a business card to put inside, try to put inside it. And as you see, I have used a thumbnail, and in that thumbnail I had inserted in a Nokia Lumia 530, and so the card goes in. Yes, there is a gap in there. Now the job of it is done, and now we'll try the A516. Will this card go in there? Is there a gap in this device? So here we have a little bit of gap there. It is bigger than the gap of 530. No, they're almost similar. There is a bit of a gap, and it's almost 1 mm in size. The gap is 1 mm in size, and we are going to put that in there and see if it will go. I'm having a hard time trying to insert it there. So it's done. It's gone inside the phone. Now, yeah, it holds the paper perfectly. And yes, there's a gap. So it is a big conspiracy. The dirt will go inside, the water will go inside. What will I do now? Let's talk about that later. But let's try one more smartphone. Now this one's big, 5 inches, just big like this Samsung Note 3 and Note 4, a little bit of smaller. The gap on this device is almost same as these two devices. There is no bigger difference. Maybe there is some 0.001 micro mm difference there, but that is not a big deal here. The gap looks same to the naked eyes of us as humans, and it is the same thing. You try to insert it, it will be in. Before making this video, I tried inserting them for a practice, and I noticed that they go in all the three devices. Yes, the paper inside here. Now I have these three devices with me right now, and I tried to insert papers in all these three devices, cards in all these three devices, and they entered. If I could bring as many devices as possible, they will go inside. And no, not that. This is not Samsung devices. These are other devices from other companies, and yes, they were going. The thing here is, when there is a design going on, when there is a combining of two pieces of different objects is going on, then there will precisely be some small amount of gap there, and that gap is not above 1 centimeter or anything bigger. That gap is just less than even 1 mm. Yes, this gap that we are seeing here is not even 1 mm, it's lesser than 1 mm. And there is no need to panic at all for this thing. There is no need to make an issue of this thing. But yes, there is an issue. And the thing that we also have to see is that this issue is raised by the fanboys of Apple. Apple was mocking, Samsung was mocking Apple for the bending of the iPhone 6 Plus, and these guys stood up, took the phones and wanted to complain about something, and they found the gap near the screen, and yes, there was a complaint. And you know what, there is a gap here, there is a gap here. Will that destroy the phone? No. I have been using phones for a long time, and I had seen these gaps for a long time. And you know what, one thing, in case of repairing the devices, I have noticed something, that they heat the device. When they have to remove this display, when they have to remove the touch inside it, they heat the device so that they reduce they increase the gap. They actually increase the gap between these display panel and then the supporting edges of the device, and that the increased amount of gap allows this display to be removed. So there is a necessity of the gap, and when there is metal chassis to be used, just like this one, there is a metal here. See, there is a metal here. In this case, the metal expands and contracts. Did anybody here learn science in the schools and colleges? The metal expands. So if say in winter or summer or whatever time you are using the devices, then definitely this gap will be filled. Don't worry, that is going to happen. So this is me talking about the Gapgate and trying to explain that it is not a big deal, and there will be gap in any device as you want, and it will be in iPhone 2, iPhone 2, iPhone 5s, and iPhone 5C, iPhone 6, 6 Plus 2. But I did not have those devices. Otherwise I would have shown taking those devices as an example. But right now these are the 3 devices that I have put the stress on. So thanks for watching. We'll address some other issues later at a later time. Thank you very much. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I come up with a lot of content. Thank you very much.